Welcome to this exclusive video, where we dive into the world of sports management. We will explore the strategic operations and fan dynamics of the FIFA World Cup 2026 by analyzing key match highlights.
So we will analyze the big stage, the FIFA World Cup match. We will watch and learn, and we start with analyzing the various functional areas that go in organizing a match in match operations. First up is the competition area that comes in play, which is your dressing rooms, the dugouts, and connected to that is the field of play function area as well, which is the field of play where the match is played. And then there is sponsorship management. On TV, you see a lot of LED boards, LED perimeter boards around the goal line and the sideline, the playing area on the field of play. You see the big screen, you see different logos. So how one executes that is what we'll see when we see the video together. Then we have the media and press operations. You see the media tribunes on cameras. You catch glimpses of it. You see a lot of photographers behind the goalpost and around the opposite end of the dugout. Then there are the other areas like the mix zone, which is not on camera, which you see probably later on after a match when the players are interviewed on the way to the bus. And then safety and security is a big part to ensure the match is executed smoothly. So you'll see a lot of police officers, a lot of stewards that are there stationed on the field of play, in the stands to ensure that there is no ruckus and the match is smoothly played out. And this is a safe environment for the players as well as organizers and the spectators. And continuing with that is the spectator services, which is eventually how everybody walks into the stadium through signages, through people who help in wayfinding. There are ticket checking areas at the entry, the fan areas, and the overall experience to ensure that the spectators have a good time. Then one of the most important areas to any sporting event is broadcast, because that's what gets you the money and the eyeballs. So you have to ensure that the broadcast, the camera team, the production crew, the director, everybody in executing the match on ground, part of the operations team is in sync with what they require. All the camera setup is in place. Now with a lot of technology coming in, there is a VAR setup for the video assisted. There is internet across the board. There is a lot of analysis going on. So besides broadcast, there are a lot of other tech play into this entire scenario of the World Cup. Part of safety security connected is accreditation. Accreditation is an ID card which looks like this, which I had during my time with the LOC in India at the 2017 and 2022 FIFA World Cup. So here you see the various stadiums that you get access to in the various cities. These are the various zones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they are basically the field of play in one. Zone 2 is competition area, Zone 3 is operations area, Zone 4 is guest areas, Zone 5 is media area, Zone 6 is broadcast area. And besides the stadiums, you also get access to the training fields. So this is how accreditation card looks. It can evolve every year or every tournament, but mostly this is what it looks like. And currently, people working at the FIFA 26 World Cup will also have similar accreditation card. You'll see the players wear it when they walk into the stadium. You'll see the coaches wear it. You'll see a lot of staff around the field of play wearing it. This is very important to ensure that few days before the match and on match day, people only with accreditation cards and tickets can enter the stadium. Every country, city will have a different security protocol. There's something called a lockdown, which is part of the safety, security and accreditation function area, where the police takes over, does a bomb scan, and a few days before the match day, there is no entry without an accreditation card. So those are all security measures to ensure, again, smooth execution of the match. Then transport mobility is another important area which is not seen on TV, but behind the scenes, people are ensuring that the movement of players, teams, VIPs, match officials, etc. is happening on time. A lot of police is involved locally to ensure there is smooth flow and uninterrupted flow on the road for the people coming in to organize and play the game. The hospitality VIP becomes a big part of how people enjoy the entire event. You have sponsors who get access to this, you get celebrities, you get important people, you get fans who pay for these tickets. So that is also an important aspect of ensuring a great tournament. And year on year, everybody keeps upping the game as we move along in terms of execution in the hospitality. Medical and anti-doping next up. Again, very important. Without medical supervision, protocols, AEDs, ambulances, matches cannot be played. So very important to have them ready on ground, including the staff, doctors, etc., who will ensure their smooth flow of the game. You'll see some of them when we watch the highlights next up. Backbone of a big event like FIFA or the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games are your volunteers. Without them, a lot cannot happen because you can't hire so many people. So volunteers make the backbone of the event. So volunteers ensure that they execute the game with the full-time LOC members, staff members. So volunteers are there designated and planned really well before the start of the tournament. The recruitment is planned well, the hiring, the training, how many people will be in how many functional areas. The entire matrix is decided way before the games. And every game, depending on the kind of FIFA World Cup, that is it a men's senior or women's senior or their age group tournaments, the volunteer program is very important, but the numbers will vary. And sustainability has become a very key factor in executing such global events. So people are ensuring that these important measures are not missed out for the sake of the grandness of the and the extravagance of the event. So we've covered 9 function areas out of 12 to 15 typically, depending from event to event, the scale of the event. And we'll cover most of them that you see on camera while watching a match. So basically, this video is for sports management enthusiasts or people who want to learn and grow and understand the sports management side of sports better to make it a career for themselves in the future. So next, when you watch a match live ever or recording or highlights, you can connect these dots and not just watch as a fan, but also with an eye of learning sports management. You can pinpoint and see what are the various function areas that you see while watching a match live or highlights on your TV or laptops or phone. And this will help you learn what kind of job roles that you can see in the future, in which function area you would be one a part of, and accordingly decide your future in sports management. This is an example of how a broadcast camera plan is made. This is a reference of the FIFA 2022 World Cup in Qatar. This year also there would be a similar plan, but this is from FIFA 2022 World Cup, and there are almost 39 cameras, most of them coming in play like the helicopter in the knockout matches. But you'll see this camera setup is becoming better with every tournament. There's more for the spectators on TV to experience various angles, and thanks to the broadcast team, we are able to see those. Here you see the cameras behind the goalpost, reverse cameras, the main cameras 12, 13, the reverse cameras on the dugout size number 18. You see 38 is your spider cam connected to the floodlights and moves around remote controlled, and there are cameras behind the goalpost, the beauty cams, multiple camera setup that you can spot while you watch a match live. Now we'll watch highlights. I'll play and pause to pinpoint the various functional areas that you can notice while you watch a match live and learn by watching matches. I've chosen my favorite team, Brazil, the match that they won, so at least I'll be happy explaining and taking you through this video. Alright, first up, straight up, you can notice field of play is the field where the match happens. A lot is happening on the field, obviously when the players are playing, but you see a lot of action and people behind the outline as well as the LED boards that you see. You see the Aramco LED boards, and behind that you see a lot of people, mostly our cameramen, and there's the ball boy, there's the stewards from the safety security, ball boys are from the competition area, field of play team, goalkeepers are from the media functional area. Then you see on the bottom of the screen are the 2 dugouts, which is part of the competition area, which on the field of play you see the Scotland on the left, Brazil on the right. The Scotland in this is the team A or the home team, and Brazil is team B or the away team. Then in between them you see a smaller dugout that's for the 4th official, the match commissioner or the floor manager who will sit there and coordinate all the updates from ground to the broadcast team and make important notes of the events of the game. Then there's a reverse camera right next to this on the left, right in the central line, which covers the matches from the ground. It's a fixed camera. You'll see a cameraman controlling it, who gets us the images from the reverse angle. Then you see a lot of people wearing these neon jackets, half sleeves, bibs. They are basically stewards ensuring safety, security on the field of play. So they are spread across the entire field of play behind the LED perimeter boards. And there is the VAR screen in between. When we move forward, you'll see from the front angle. And within this frame, you can see the look and feel of this stadium. So above this LED boards are the blue look and feel. So all the games which were played in US had this blue color across the stadium, where you didn't see LED perimeter boards. Like there is tier LED branding here with changing graphics, but if there's anywhere else there's no LED board, you will see this blue branding. Mexico had green, Canada had red. So there is consistency and uniformity across all stadiums. And then you see on top right and top left of the screen, you see two big giant screens. These are the replay screen and scoreboard, and this stadium has 4 big screens. Ideally 2 will also be enough so that every angle for every spectator is covered to watch a replay of. So if you see this frame, you see a lot of photographers right behind. These are all photographers, part of the media FA, but they are provided by furniture, chairs, tools, by the overlays function area. And there is internet provided by the IT function area. So multiple function areas overlap and help each other to execute their various zones. Then you see a lot of cameras placed by the media team. You see again people in these half neon green sort of bibs. They are all the stewards ensuring security measures are in place. Now you see a lot of spectators. Here you see a closer look at the photographers. See the big lenses they have. They get prior permissions and they get proper documentation for them to fly in with them if they're flying out from other countries. So every protocol is taken care of by the respective function area. Here you see a gentleman who is a local sheriff or a police of that particular city. So it depends from city to city if they're okay with just stewards or they want another layer of security by adding police or another layer depending on the profile of the match and the city they are in. This is something to take note of. You will see in the LED boards in the center line, you'll always see the name of the tournament and the city or the country they're playing in. Since they are LED boards, the graphic can change. Otherwise, if it's not LED boards, they're static boards, then you'll see the event name in the center of the LED. Then here, I suspect this is a ramp, maybe for the specially abled people to come and sit and make way in the stadium. Now in this frame, you see there are 2 walkways into the field of play. One is here and the other one is behind the goal. There are backup goal posts that are placed for every match and they are foldable. They're hung by the side wall here or somewhere here or depending on the stadium orientation. The competition team ensures that the backup goal post is in place. And there are also, depending on the stadium orientation, ambulances parked with easy access to the field of play. So it could be here, or the opposite end where they can drive into the field of play. So at least 2 ambulances are there on standby to drive in, and the rest are in the concourse outside the stadium stands. With such high-profile matches, the ambulances will be advanced life-saving ALS ambulances, which have ICUs inside them. Now you again see part of spectator management. You see a lot of spectators and flags, country flags. So the spectator service team has to ensure that these flags don't have any racist comments, political comments, anything that can hurt any sentiment as per the FIFA laws. And the spectator service team has rights to remove those flags out completely from the stands and should not come on the camera. Now, interestingly, here you will see the referees have some new gadget on them in high-profile events, and for this one, you see there's a referee cam around his ear besides the mic. So more action, more views, more excitement for the spectators to watch on TV. So this is another camera part of the broadcast team which is placed on the referee's ear. So here you see the LED perimeter boards. Above this, there's an LED board which is the tier. Instead of a tier branding, they put LED across the entire tier. Above that, you see another scoreboard. This is a linear scoreboard. So besides the big LED screens like you see on the top right, there are linear scoreboards as well to ensure the score is visible to people in case the replay screen is not visible or there's some issue or malfunction. There's linear scoreboards which are also visible, and there are at least 2 placed in stadium. Now here you also see in all stadiums on top you see this FIFA branding. So FIFA ensures that there is FIFA written or these logos present at strategic locations, part of the look and feel of the stadium. Now you see 2 replay screens here. There are 2 on the opposite end, so 4 replay screens in the stadium. The cameramen on the left here. This is a social media team covering in all probability, so they have their own set. So notice that LED boards here has Visa across the entire LED perimeter boards, and after a few seconds you'll see separate logos. Now this is the opposite end with a similar walkway from into the field of play. One is here and one is here. Again, you see a cameraman, you see stewards, you see photographers, and you see more banners of the Brazilian spectators. So you can see that the Brazilian fans are on one side and the Scottish fans are on the other side. You can see this is the jackets, to security written with their ID number. So there's full deployment in high profile events like this. People who are volunteering or like us are trained to be stewards. Some have prior experience, some have first time experience, to ensure that they keep a check on spectators, to ensure the field of play is safe and secure. The Scottish substitutes are warming up here. So the warm up is usually, depending on the size of the field of play and the orientation, the warm up is usually next to the dugouts or behind the dugouts or behind the goalposts, depending on the stadium. Now this is the reverse side where the dugouts are. So you see here is between the dugouts the fourth official dugout where the match commissioner will be there, the floor manager from the broadcast team will be there, so they ensure the match is played out well and properly, and everything is, in case of any incident, it's noted down, reports are made well. This is behind the fourth ref. You will see that there is the reverse camera, and nowadays there are two officials, fourth and fifth official, because in case of any untoward incident for the main referee, there's a substitute referee who will take to the field of play, the fourth official, and then the fourth official will be replaced by the fifth official. So these are the steps that are taken for high profile events. And then you see the VAR screen is here. This is a sponsor, Powerade. Coca-Cola was a sponsor of FIFA. They give their fridges, the can fridge for the teams to store their beverages. And again, you continue to see the amount of security and stewards deployed. And these are the official photographers who are only allowed to be on the same side of the dugout. The rest, all media photographers are on the other side or behind the goalpost. Now you observe the LED perimeter boards. There are different logos. The schematic, it's called a schematic, which is the order of the logos that have to be placed and how many seconds what will be placed when. And this depends on the type of sponsor you are. After this video, I'll show you the different types of sponsor and how many spots they get, how many seconds they get. It's all well planned out, part of the sales pitch when sponsors are brought on board. So it's a full plan which goes out, and there is the sponsorship team or the marketing team function area that take care of this. Before we end, so right at the bottom left of the screen, you will see few people sitting here. So the bottom left, you'll see that's the medical team with the stretchers, with the stretcher boys, the doctors on both sides of the dugouts, part of the medical team. Very important, otherwise match cannot be played. So that's how you can enjoy watching a football match live. So I'll quickly show you the sponsors. So these are the various sponsors of the FIFA World Cup. The top row are the FIFA partners for all FIFA events, men's, women's, age group, any FIFA event that is there for a 4-year cycle. Then you have sponsors, which are local sponsors for this particular tournament, and they're mostly from the host countries. When you watch a match live or see highlights and enjoy and learn from watching live football, especially for those who are keen to get into sports management and be part of such big events, organizing them, getting sponsors, doing marketing, doing legal work, voluntary work, whatever FA you want to be part of. It'll be good to observe and learn by just watching your favorite sport. We'll see you again with more of such content to share my experience and other experiences that one can learn from and learn sports management on the go. And see you soon with more coverage, maybe of the World Cup, maybe deeper insights, maybe watch some IPL matches together, share all the past experiences. Thank you and have a great day.